To tell us more about this ruling, I'm joined by Kate Moody, our business editor. Kate, what are your thoughts?
Well, it's not my place to have thoughts on it, is it, Tom? But I do want to point out that this decision has not been made by Facebook itself. Back in January, it was Mark Zuckerberg and his team who made the call to suspend Donald Trump, but it then referred the decision to this external board. Now, this oversight board is made of 20 members who are supposed to be external experts in areas like free speech, human rights, and journalism. It includes people like the former Prime Minister of Denmark, a former editor-in-chief of The Guardian newspaper, and a Nobel Peace Prize laureate from Yemen. Now, the board agreed that posts by the then president back in January severely violated Facebook and Instagram's content standards by glorifying violence and supporting those deadly riots on Capitol Hill. But it did say that the suspension of his account, followed by the request for a review, amounted to an arbitrary penalty that had not been adequately justified. It said that Facebook needed to take responsibility and apply clear standards to all of its users. Take a listen.
We are giving Facebook 6 months to conduct this review, at which point the company must make a definite and clear determination based on the severity of the conduct and the danger of future harm. It must either restore Mr. Trump's account, finding that the period of suspension has met its purpose, make the suspension permanent, or suspend the account for a determinate period of time.
Okay, so that was the oversight board of Facebook there. So what does this mean for Donald Trump and for the regulation of social media?
Well, as we heard earlier, Donald Trump has labeled this decision a disgrace. He described social media groups as corrupt organizations that must pay the political price. Those are his words in the latest message that he's published on a new blog that came out this week. He's been publishing short statements that look sort of similar to tweets or a social media feed, as you can see there. But because it is a personal site, it's not subject to the same kind of oversight. He's also been repeating his previous and false claims that voter fraud contributed to his loss to Joe Biden back in November's election. Now, his former chief of staff has called for tech companies to be broken up, while the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said Republicans would be working to rein in big tech's power over our speech. Now, that's a real break in what has been the traditional party line. In the past, it's usually been Democrats who've called for more tech regulation. This could potentially be a turning point when it comes to that, even though they're coming at it for different reasons, either protecting freedom of speech or cracking down on misinformation. Could it potentially lead to some perhaps bipartisan work on reining in and having more oversight of Silicon Valley? Not sure we'll go quite that far. We know that many of Donald Trump's supporters did leave platforms from which he's been banned. This decision today could lead to still further backlash against them. Either way, we know that it is not the end of the story. Donald Trump is permanently banned from Twitter, but Google has not yet confirmed whether it will be permanently deleting his YouTube account. And it is very clear that there are still plenty of people who want to hear what he has to say, no matter what the platform.
Yeah, so those 80 million Twitter followers he had, he's never going to get them back, is he? That ban is permanent. Thank you very much indeed. Our business editor, Kate Moody, thank you so much.